I hope you're having a great day. Well, today I want to talk about thyroid. Now, we've done several videos on thyroid before, and people are still confused, but the main thing is people still have this belief that once you have a thyroid problem, that you need to be on medication for a lifetime. Now, I'm not here to tell you that if you're on thyroid medication, you should just jump off your medication. If your doctor has put you on thyroid medication, you better be taking that medication until you start making lifestyle changes, changes in your diet, your sleep, your stress, your exercise, and then you work with your doctor for him to slowly start reducing your dosage over time until you're on the lowest possible dosage and your doctor decides that it's fine for you to give up your thyroid medication. Possible 100% as we speak. There are hundreds of people who have reversed their thyroid condition completely. When I say reverse, their doctors have removed them off medication after constantly monitoring their levels over the years. What we also fail to believe when our mindsets are closed, and that's not our fault because we believe what we keep hearing from people, that medicine has to be for a lifetime, thyroid can never get better. So we've gotten into a box to understand that there's only one kind of thyroid. In underactive thyroid gland, it's either hyper or it's hypothyroidism. There's also something called a hashimotos thyroid, which most people are not aware because most doctors fail to ask their patients to do a simple blood test which is called the TPO or the ATG. I'll put that in the notes in the thread once we finish the video. It is your anti-thyroid globulin test and your TPO, your thyroxine peroxidase test. Now these two tests tell you whether you have an underactive thyroid gland or whether you have a Hashimoto's thyroid gland. An underactive thyroid gland is caused over the years. It could be an iodine deficiency, it could be inflammation, it could be a virus attack, it could be a bacterial attack, it could be so much of chronic stress in your life and a deficiency of certain vitamins and minerals that causes an underactive thyroid gland. But in a Hashimoto's thyroid gland, you realize that the connection is with your gut. People with poor gut health, chronic constipation, chronic diarrhea, bloating, acidity, indigestion, bad bacteria in your gut, and these bacteria and constant inflammation in your gut pokes holes into your intestinal wall, and now you have holes in your intestinal wall allowing certain food particles to enter your bloodstream. Now these particles or molecules should have exited your system, but because you have holes in your gut lining, they've entered your blood, and that's when we see your TPO count increase. And now because you have foreign invaders in your blood, your immune system wakes up to attack them. And these molecules resemble your thyroid gland. So your own immune system starts attacking your thyroid gland. Then you see your ATG count go up. And that means your thyroid gland, to protect itself from the attack of your immune system, is generating its own antibodies. So when we see a report, which we usually have to ask for because we rarely see people coming with that test already done. Very few doctors prescribe that, but it is so important for you to do an ATG and TPO because if you find it's a Hashimoto's thyroid, there's a lot you can do to eventually get off your medication. Root cause, you work with the gut, heal the gut lining so that there's no more molecules getting into your blood. Your immune system relaxes, your thyroid gland starts to heal, which means it doesn't reel under the attack of your immune system. So number one, people out there with a thyroid, if you're looking at healing your thyroid or recovering, first know what kind of thyroid problem you have. Get the ATG done, get the TPO done. If it's positive, you have an issue with your gut, you heal that, bring down the TPO count, you slowly see the ATG coming down, and then work with your doctors to get you off that medication. Now, in many cases, people may not be able to get off the medication, but what's a huge positive is, as you improve, your doctor should be able to reduce your dosage from the highest possible dosage to the lowest possible dosage, and that makes a huge difference in your health and in your body as well. So some may not be able to get off medication, but at least you can work with your doctor to get you to the lowest possible dosage. And when you make changes in your lifestyle, you get rid of certain deficiencies. The human body has its resilience and its intelligence to start healing. So you look at people, if you're trying to heal your thyroid gland, you look at people who have Graves' disease. Now this is a huge connection again between inflammation and the thyroid gland. You need to understand that the thyroid gland is part of your endocrine system. Most people look at it as hair loss and weight gain or weight loss. It is way beyond that. Your thyroid gland controls your metabolism, which has everything to do with obesity, your hormones, your energy levels, your fatigue. Your thyroid gland plays a role in your digestion, your bones, your brain health, all of these things together. So we have to understand that when we have a thyroid problem, You know, there is miscommunication of your hormones. Thyroxine is a hormone in the human body. So if you have a hormonal imbalance, yes, that is also contributing towards your thyroid problem. All hormones are meant to communicate with one another. That's how your thyroid gland communicates with your metabolism, with your kidneys, with your digestive system, your brains, your bone, and everything. The communication is broken. You have a problem. Miscommunication, which means you'll have a problem in other aspects of your body. So we need to understand, number one, is your thyroid problem caused by autoimmune? There's a different path to heal that. Start healing your gut. If it's an underactive thyroid gland, these are the first couple of things that we need to do. Iodine. You want to make sure that you have the right amount of iodine. A lot of people are jumping onto pink salt, which is potassium chloride, which has very little iodine. If you have a thyroid problem, you want to make sure that you have the right amount of iodine in your system. Number two, alcohol and caffeine. Okay, if you're trying to heal a thyroid condition, you must reduce your caffeine intake and you must stop your alcohol intake. Okay, these are two very, very important things. Heavy workouts. We need to understand that your thyroid gland controls your metabolism. So when your thyroid gland tries to slow down your body, any function of the body, to be controlled by the thyroid gland has to be slowed down with your thyroid gland. So if you're doing heavy workouts, you're actually putting yourself under more fatigue. So if you have a thyroid problem, start off with light walking, swimming, Pilates, yoga, maybe a light jog. But if you're doing an intense workout, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to heal your thyroid gland. As your thyroid gets better and better, you can move into more intensive workouts. But the moment you put more pressure and intensity in your body through your workouts, your thyroid condition is actually going to get worse. And of course, your doctors are going to increase your medication. Sleep is extremely important because all hormonal balance happens while you sleep. So if you are sleep deprived, you will have problems with your thyroid and you will be unable to heal your thyroid problem, whether it's underactive or whether it's a Hashimoto's. In fact, in most cases of thyroid and Hashimoto's, there's a huge connection with adrenal fatigue. There is a connection between your kidney that has a little gland called adrenal glands on the top of your kidney that produces adrenaline in response to stress. So the more stressed you are, the more emotionally low you are, your adrenal glands keep on chugging out cortisol and adrenaline, and your thyroxine and everything else gets impacted. So you need to understand that there is a direct connection between stress and your thyroid condition. So you can be eating the best foods and taking as much of thyroxine as you want, but if you are chronically stressed, your thyroid condition is going to get worse and it's going to be impossible to heal it. So, when I said the emotional detox part, the meditation, the pranayama, all of these things play a huge role in healing your thyroid gland, along with the kind of exercise you do. At the same time, you're sedentary, there's no way you're going to be able to heal your Hashimoto's or your thyroid condition. Your nutrition plays a huge role. Your fruits, your vegetables. Of course, if you have a thyroid problem, you want to stay away from goitrogenic vegetables like your crucifers, your broccoli, your kale, your cabbage, your radish. But if it's well cooked, you can have it, including broccoli sprouts. If it's well cooked, it's steamed, you can absolutely have it without an issue. But most people who have thyroid problems have very poor diets. They're high on white sugar, they're high on junk food, processed food, which actually puts the body to more stress to find nutrients the body needs for survival. More stress means your thyroid gland is going to work at a rate which is not enough for it to sustain the body. There are vitamins and minerals which have been scientifically identified that people with an underactive thyroid gland are deficient in. One of them is iron, selenium, copper, zinc. And of course, because you have a poor lifestyle, you will be low in vitamin A, B, C, and E. It is extremely important when you're healing your thyroid gland that you have these vitamins put into your diet, either through your food or either through your supplements, done in a professional way. Because most people who have healed their thyroid glands have done it by just supplementing the deficiency that they have in your system. The thyroid gland needs selenium to function the right way, the same way it needs iodine. It also needs iron, it also needs copper, it also needs zinc, and the vitamins we mentioned. So it is so important for you to understand this. Curcumin, which is turmeric. Turmeric also plays a huge role in healing the thyroid gland. The final lifestyle change is to relax. People who have thyroid problems are usually anxious people, hyperactive people, chronically stressed, or going through a lot of emotions. You need to understand you can take all the medicine in the world, eat the best food, but if you don't learn how to relax so that your cortisol levels come down, your adrenaline comes down, there is no way your thyroid gland is ever going to heal. And that is why most doctors, in a way, to be fair, say be on medication for a lifetime, because they don't know if you're going to make these lifestyle changes. But for all of you out there today who say that I want my thyroid gland to be functioning without the requirement of medication over time, I'm going to work with my doctors, make changes in my lifestyle, and see how far I can bring down the dosage to a point where, yes, I can stop medication, and that decision will be made by your doctor. Because like I'm saying, there are hundreds of people who have done it already. So what's stopping you? Only your mindset and your own limiting beliefs. So if you're on a pill, it's only suppressing your symptoms. If you want to heal, you got to make lifestyle changes and put all of these things together. So the first step that you need to do, if you've not yet checked your ATG and your TPO, you want to do that first. And find out, do I have a Hashimoto's? If I have a Hashimoto's, believe me, that's far easier a thyroid case to handle, because we know it's related to your gut, anxiety, and stress, and that can be plugged in immediately. If it's not positive, an underactive thyroid gland, you're going to have to work a lot with your stress levels, your sleep, your nutrition, your nutritional deficiencies, and all of these things. But like I always tell people, okay, we're not here to challenge doctors and medicine. Okay, we're an integrative team. We have doctors who may put you on medication at some point. We're here to tell you that your body has an intelligence of its own. It gets compromised, and that's why we get sick, and that's why we have problems. When we try to reharness the intelligence of our body by changing the way we eat, our exercise, our sleep, our emotions, the environment around us and inside of us, guess what? That intelligence kicks back in, and your own body will end up healing you. Not your doctor, not me. Your own body will heal you when it gets the raw material and the environment it needs to do the job of healing. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.